Welcome back, everybody. You are watching a Rider Bronx Ice Hockey presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting here on YouTube. My name is Carl Pascal, and it is so good to be back calling these games. Year number 5 here for the Bronx, calling these games back once again. I know last year, after last season, scared you a little bit about thinking about maybe not coming back and all that stuff, depending on where I was going to end up and everything, but I'm back. And as you may notice, obviously, you probably heard it in the intro, presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting. That's new. That's definitely new. Myself and Colton, our stream engineer, have formed our own company called Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Our link tree is linked in the description. We have our own YouTube channel as well that we'll be streaming other teams' games on. So that's new. And on YouTube, that is also new for these Bronx. And there's a lot of other new stuff as well. One of those things being my co-host this year. So Eric Johnson, my former wonderful co-host, is now working for the MLB Network. So I want to give a quick shout out to him, say congratulations. And what that means for this year. So this season, I'll have a familiar face up with me in the booth. He joined me for one game last year in the mock playoffs. And if you've been to a game, you've heard him a lot doing PA and announcing the goals. So I think I want to thank my new wonderful co-host up here into the broadcast booth, Mr. Trey Wright.
Corlo, thanks for having me on. And hello to all you wonderful people out there on YouTube. Like you said, it's a new era of Rider hockey, and I'm glad to be about 10 feet above ground this year from last year. And hey, I'm really excited, and I've been waiting for this day ever since the mock final game last year, Carollo. It's going to be a great season.
Yes, it is going to be a great season. We're looking forward to it. First home game of the year, the home opener here tonight. Game number 1 here at Iceland this season. The Bronx starting the season 0-1, playing Lehigh last Friday. We were going to try and stream that game, but unfortunately things just didn't work out. But we're here now. We're here now, and that's all that matters. And getting into the first home game, a pretty crowded Iceland Skating Center here for this home opener with about 2 minutes left here in warm-ups. There's a lot of turnover with this Bronx team.
Oh, yeah, you say it. First off, you look at the seniors that graduated last year, especially on the defensive side of the puck. Guys like Brendan Convery, David Lee, strong blue liners that definitely brought that physical element to the defensive line. You got guys like Christian Warzinski. He left as well. Offensively, we've got a couple of guys returning. Eddie Coyne coming back for a grad year. TJ Evan is still here for his 6th year as a Rider Bronc. So he's still here. Cole Schneider in his junior year had his breakout year last season. He is arguably the most the biggest player to watch for this Bronx team. But now we got a lot of new guys coming in, especially on the defensive side. We have 3 freshmen in the defensive end this year. Jake Benner, Joseph Cusimano, and Brandon McKeach are all on the defensive end this year. And Liam Yeoman as well. So watch out for those guys. On the offensive side of the puck, in the starting lineup tonight, number 8, Ryan Kenna. Being on the right wing, we've also got Tom Lagomarsino on that second line. The first of the new guys to score this season. Made the game 4-2 last week at Lehigh. But you got your usual suspects. You've got the power play line of Alex Blazak, Mark McDermott, and Aaron Pape. You've got Dom Cercio back in the lineup. So it's a lot of new faces and a lot of old faces here this season.
Yeah, definitely a lot of new and old faces. Like you said, 10 freshmen this year, an all-time high from what I've been told. The most they've ever gotten. And as we are rounding out warm-ups here, just want to quickly say thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for coming back and watching these games. From us being on Twitch the past few years, moving over to YouTube now, it has been a lot of fun calling these games for myself and now for Trey hopping up in the booth with me. And let's take a look at your starters for tonight for the Bronx. Cercio, number 26 at center. Number 10, Cole Schneider at right wing. And number 8, Ryan Kenna. On left defense, number 43, Eddie Coyne. At right defense, number 3, Liam Yeoman. And in goal, who else but Trevor Givorowski.
The Mad Lad himself, and a couple new faces on that starting lineup. One of them being Ryan Kenna. We all already mentioned him. But Liam Yeoman from nearby Pennington, New Jersey, attended Hopewell Valley High School. We're going to see if this Bulldog has what it takes to be a Bronc here tonight.
definitely we'll have to see how he does on the top pair with Eddie Coyne. In game number 1, I actually made the trip up to Lehigh to do some video and photo for the team, and it was a bit of an interesting game. A lot of switching around for defensemen, switching around for forwards, just kind of testing things out this year, or at least in the first game, as there's so many new people on this team to where that they can kind of just test whatever they want for the first few games, because they don't count against their
it's like
against
it's
the rankings.
a bit of a scrimmage, like we saw last year with Mercer. But we saw some things last year that they needed to want to try and adjust. One of those being defensive depth. Right now, there's only 6 defensemen on this team, so if one of them goes down, God forbid, you are kind of in a little bit of a hole there. So just trying to figure out who's going to be that 7th defenseman, trying to get that depth in case, God forbid, you have an injury.
Yeah, we will have to see. And also, kind of a last-minute thing that was added was a 3rd goalie on top of that. So now they have 3. For a while, the Bronx only had 2. As we get set up here to hear the starting lineups for both teams, then the national anthem. And then we will have puck drop for home game number 1 between the Bronx and the Seton Hall Pirates.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Iceland Skating Center here in Hamilton, New Jersey, for tonight's Rider University Ice Hockey home opener between the Seton Hall University Pirates and your Rider University Bronx. Here are tonight's starting lineup presented by Wawa, beginning starting at left wing, number 11, Tyler Fearon. At center, number 13, Mike Reed. At right wing, number 22, team captain Mike Volpe. At left defense, number 10, Tyler O'Leary. At right defense, number 12, Pedrak Wedge. And in goal for the Pirates, number 34, Joey Yipsick.
Wait till I finish the name. Wait till the name.
And now, the starting lineup for your Rider University Bronx. At left wing, hailing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 26, Dom Cercio. At center, hailing from Toms River, New Jersey, alternate captain, number 10, Cole Snyder. At right wing, hailing from Bantam, Connecticut, number 8, Ryan Canna. At left defense, hailing from Pennington, New Jersey, number 3, Liam Yeoman. At right defense, hailing from Point Pleasant, New Jersey, your captain, number 43, Eddie Coyne. And then goal for the Bronx, coming from Bensalem, Pennsylvania, number 29, Trevor Dabrowski. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and move your caps as we honor America by playing our national anthem.
Always a wonderful rendition of the national anthem here at Iceland. A new one we haven't heard for a while.
Yeah, definitely brand spanking new. Beautiful.
It's been a bit since we've heard the electric guitar one. Heard it, I think, once or twice last year. But either way, as we get set to go here, we'll take one last look at your Bronx starters really quickly. At left wing, Dom Cercio. At center, Cole Schneider. On the right wing, Ryan Kenna. At left defense, Eddie Coyne. On right defense, Liam Yeoman. And in goal, Trevor Giverowski. As we get set for opening puck drop from game number 1 at home for the Bronx. Center's skated, and we're off. Cole wins the face-off. Tries to get it up to Cercio. He gets it into the zone. Kenna, it bounces over his stick over on the other side, gets it back down low to Schneider. Schneider still with it, now to Cercio. Over to Kenna. Kenna tries to fire, gets the shot blocked. Seton Hall get it back and out quickly. Pearson with a nice little dangle to get by Cercio as Coyne goes hard into his own bench. Schneider trying to get on it. Seton Hall get it back right in front. Big save there by Giverowski with the shoulder. That one through traffic. Giverowski gloves that one down. Seton Hall coming out quickly here to try and get some shots on Trevor.
Yeah, definitely. First couple of shots on goal, first couple shots on goal here on Trev. Looking really good early on here. And these two teams, they don't like each other. Both New Jersey-based teams. A lot of these guys know each other, so it's going to be a tough physical matchup here tonight, like we saw last year on senior night.
Padula with it in his own end, tries to get it up to Lagomarsino, can't do so. Padula again, now tries to feed Evan, but it's taken away by Tozier. Nearly taken back by Lagomarsino. Is the first rookie for this team to score this year, as that one goes by Burner. Suker there to calm it down, though. Suker still with it, gets it to Evan. Lays it up for Lagomarsino, has Evan in the middle. Lays it back for Bennett, he fires, that one goes wide.
Oh, Bennett had that shot teed up, and he was trying to go top right corner on Yutsas, but the puck just going a bit wide of net. But that was a beauty of a chance. And what a drop-off there by Lagomarsino, trying to get Bennett on the board for his first Bronc goal.
Lagomarsino on it again. Tries to avoid it, he does. Bennett with it, has Blazek on the other side. Bennett fires, that one goes wide. Seton Hall with it again, back out of the zone. In center ice, Lagomarsino there. Tries to strip it away. The Pirates are with it. Center right in front. That one goes just wide. I think Giverowski got a piece of it.
Yeah, Volpe was right there in the low slot trying to get away, but trying to get that puck in the back of the net. But Giverowski able to get a little bit of the paddle on that.
McDermott with it in center ice. The power play line, McDermott puts on the moves, tries to get by, was looking for Pape, laid it back, but no one was there. The Pirates with it again, go by Coyne and Pape. Bouncing puck. Cusimano with it. McDermott was calling for it, lays it back for Coyne. 17:47 left to go here in this first period. Shots 1-1 so far. Coyne taking his time, lays it for McDermott, goes off his skate. The Pirates get it back at center ice. They opt to dump in. Giverowski for Coyne. Tries to keep the puck. Got himself stripped. No one was there, luckily, for the Bronx in the middle. That could have been disastrous there for Ryder. Seton Hall still with it in the zone. Tried to get a shot off. Couldn't do so. Zito with it now. Zito with Blazek. 2-on-2 back the other way. Zito with it. Tries to put on the dangles. Gets it poke check. Zito still with it. Wraps it around. Marin tries to play it to Padula. Padula pinching down low in the corner. Seton Hall get it back in their own end. Loose puck. Zito was there. Marin with it now. Lays it back. Rauch with it. Tries to drive. Power move to the net. Rauch puts it back in. That one goes wide.
Oh, Zito was right there on the doorstep. Looking to pick up the loose change. Here comes Fearon the other way. Trying. That's a big hit from Rauch on Tyler Fearon. They're going to get into it behind the play. But Marin with a shot on goal. But Yutsas flashing the glove, and he'll hold on.
That was a nice hit there from Rauch. Smart play there to knock the puck carrier loose, like you said, on Fearon. This top line back out for the Bronx. Schneider wins the draw. Cercio tries to play it around. Kenna with it now. In the near side boards, Kenna to Schneider. Schneider back to Kenna. Kenna looking for options. Loose puck knocked around. Schneider on it again. Schneider up to Yeoman at the point. He fires. Cercio was there looking for the deflection. Had it taken away only for a minute. Kenna tries to lay it back. Couldn't get it to Cercio, though, as now the Pirates get it back. Olhorn with it. Into the zone. Tries to go by Padula. He's able to do so. Bit of a miscommunication there by the Bronx defenders as that puck is wrapped around. Kenna first to it. Tries to play it up and out of the zone. Can't do so as a Seton Hall player gets dumped by Cercio right at the blue line. Back the other way. Schneider with it. Schneider lays it back. Kenna fires just over the bar. Cercio was there but couldn't get a stick on it.
Oh, he was trying to go for the Sidney Crosby move, and it's turned over away by the Pirates going back the other way.
Pirates try to dump it in, but it's knocked down by Yeoman. Bennert with it now. Bennert tried to dump in, but it was blocked. Cusimano doing a good job to back check as well as Suker. Bennert up to Suker. Suker, backhand pass, tried to find Evan. No icing on the play. Puck in the near side corner. Big hit by Evan along the glass behind the net. Gets the fans riled up. Seton Hall dump in. 15 minutes left to go here in the first. And we're going to get a whistle here for offsides on Seton Hall with just under 15 left to go in the first period.
We've seen a lot of offensive pressure out of the Bronx so far in the early stages of this one, especially from that top line of Cercio and Schneider. Schneider with a great chance there. Actually, no, it was Kenna who had a great chance there. Point blank, tried to pick it up on the doorstep. Fired it way too wide. And then Cercio trying to get the Sidney Crosby baseball move.
And Evan almost tried to do the same thing there from the seat of his pants as that one's dumped back into the rider zone. No icing as Cusimano is there. Wastes his options, plays up to Suker. Hit a funky bounce off the boards as that one gets dumped back into the rider zone. Bennert wraps it around to Lagomarsino. Evan plays it up off the boards. Tried to play it to himself, but is stumped right back in. Gavorowski lays it for Bennert. Bennert up off the boards. Refs say no icing. Seton Hall get it back. McDermott at center ice. Lagomarsino takes it away. Looking for options. Opts to just dump that one in. Now it's stuck on the back of the net and we'll get a whistle. That took a bit of an interesting bounce there. Yutsas tried to play it and it actually bounced on the back of the net.
Yeah, we've already seen a lot of interesting bounces early in this game. You know how everybody knows how funky the boards are here at Iceland. Kind of like Detroit, the Red Wings boards over at Little Caesars Arena. Pape was right in front.
Coin with it now. Walked in. Sorry to cut you off there, Train. You're actually right with that. I mean, and what else is new with the Iceland boards? So, with the funky bounces, we've seen it time and time again over the last 2 years.
Some in the Bronx favor, some not in the Bronx favor.
Wanvig with it, tries to play it to Blazak. Blazak couldn't cut through the defenders as Wanvig tries to get back up to the point. Seton Hall in their own end, looking for options. Opt to just flip that one out. Puck gets by Wanvig. Foot race with Hoyt into the zone. Wanvig plays it around to Coin. We saw this pairing a few times last year, and it worked out really well. And that one played all the way down. No icing. Pape there first fires. A shot goes off the side of the net. Yutsas had it covered. Seton Hall the other way. Fearson with it. Lays it into the zone. Coin's there to get it for the Bronx, though. Try to go to Wanvig. McAnish was there. Up to Coin. McAnish across. Trying to spring route. Back foot race the other way. That one's broken up by the defense. Bouncing puck right at center ice, taken by Seton Hall. Fearon again tried to feed that one in front. Loose puck right in the slot, knocked away. McAnish with a good job with his stick there to knock that one out of the slot. Padula with it. Tries to find McAnish, couldn't get to the puck. Seton Hall again in their own end. Played up ice just under us, now dumped into the Bronx zone. That came from the 37 of O'Rourke. Padula with it, up to McGanish. McGanish lays it up ice. Gets it taken away by the Pirates. They're going to reset here. Wedge with it. Plays it up off the boards. He gets it right back, trying to streak through the zone. Gets it poked by Padula. Wedge gets hit hard by Padula at the blue line. Zito comes in to try and get the puck. Padula on it as well, is able to get it up and out of the zone. But it's going to go too far, and we'll get an icing on Ryder.
So we go back to what you were saying about Tim Wanvig, about being on that line with Eddie Coyne. We saw that a lot last year, and I think that line has a good chance to produce a lot of hits and a lot of goal scoring. And one thing I'll say on Tim Wanvig, over the offseason, he put on 20 pounds of muscle, and he looks ready to play hockey. So it's going to be exciting to see what he is able to do this year. He's still looking for his first goal. I got a good feeling it's going to come early in the season.
I think so as well. And I was going to point that out before about Tim, how he put on those 20 pounds of muscle. He, like you said, looks ready to play this coming into this year.
Yeah, he understands what the Bronx need to do defensively, as Gavorowski will fling a shot away. It's taken by Padula.
Padula with it now. Plays it up off the boards. Schneider was there, but it's taken back by Seton Hall. Seton Hall tried to fire into Gavorowski's breadbasket, and he's just going to hold on.
That was Matty Romano with the shot there from the Pirates. But yeah, like we were saying at the top of the show, this defensive depth for Ryder is in dire need of everybody to come to the game, everybody to play all 60 minutes for all 20-plus games they're going to be playing this year. So it's going to be a tall task, but I know these guys, and I've talked to them beforehand. They are ready for the long haul this season on that blue line.
Yeah, and we didn't even get to mention it earlier, but an entirely new coaching staff, barring one, for the Bronx this year, alongside a bunch of new players. Head coach Connor Fox taking over for Sean Levin, and two former alumni for the Bronx, Larry Murphy and Carter Ciani, your new assistants for the Bronx this season. Coyne doing a good job to keep that puck away. Some really nice edge work there from Eddie. He sends it up the boards, was looking for Schneider, taken back by the Pirates. Bennett on it now, over to Coyne. Coyne up ice, right into the hip of a Seton Hall player. Schneider nearly got there as Bennett plays it up. Schneider tips it in, misplayed pass by Seton Hall, goes to Coyne. Coyne with it quickly up to Kenna, to Cercio. Nearly got pickpocketed. Kenna tried to play it back for Cercio, but he just didn't get it far enough.
Oh, he was trying to do a little tap pass, just trying to get it to Cercio, but didn't put enough mustard on the pass. It's going to get intercepted by the Pirates. Taken back the other way. Cercio ran over somebody. Looks like he ran over Mike Mascalo, and he had his helmet ripped off.
That was dangerous. That was very dangerous.
Especially with the area. Looks like he took off the helmet with the skate. So, dangerous play. Thankfully, Mascalo was able to get back up on the ice, up on his skates without any injury, but a scary-looking play. We've seen a lot of odd stuff already in this game, and we're not even halfway through the first period.
Yeah, that was a dangerous situation as Cercio is going to go to the box here. Seems like he's going to sit for 2 minutes. I'm thinking either interference or roughing here.
I'm thinking interference. There's nothing you can do. I think roughing, like there was nothing he could do. Stuff happens. But I'm thinking interference. It was behind the play. You know, what can you really do? I mean, it's the lesser of two evils. Either you're going to hit him low or you're going to hit him high. And he tried to duck out of the way.
Well, I don't think it was on purpose. Cercio was streaking back through the zone to get on the back check. I didn't see exactly the whole play as I was looking at the puck. But we'll have to see what they announce it as.
But nonetheless, Ryder's going to go on their first penalty kill of the night. Shots on goal 5-3 for Ryder. It looks like there's still a little bit of confusion. Refs are going to talk this over.
Not sure what the referees are discussing here. Are they trying to say this is going to be a 4-on-4, potentially?
Well, I don't see anybody in the box on the Seton Hall sign. They're going to tell Mascalo to come back out.
It's a roughing penalty.
Wow.
So it is going to be a power play for for the Pirates. Maybe they just wanted him to go to the bench just to get checked out really quick to make sure he's okay. But either way, Bronx to the penalty kill here. First penalty kill of the season, and they get a clear right away from Suker. A new look penalty kill unit as Suker, Evan, Padula, and Yeoman, the new man on this penalty kill unit, the first unit. Seton Hall looking around for options, trying to get set up. At the point, Reed goes back down low, top of the circle. They try and fire across lace, couldn't get the shot off, have to reset. Reed at the point again. Reed across to Fearon as that one gets knocked out of the zone and cleared away.
Yeah, Nick Padula, a stalwart on this Rider penalty kill. Definitely one of the veterans, and it's surprising that it's already his senior year. But back the other way, Pape within the offensive zone. He's going to get hit by Matty Romano behind the play. No whistle. We play on. Seton Hall is just going to dump and chase.
Yeoman first to the puck, looking to try and get this thing out. Gets it to Blazak, and they clear once again. Already a minute gone in this power play for Seton Hall. In their own end, looking for options. Haven't really had any chances as into the zone now. Go the Pirates. Back up to the point. It's kept in. Pape was there. Tried to get a stick on it. Back the other way. That one ricocheted wide. Olhorn was there, but just didn't get enough of it.
He was trying to go to the top left blocker side of Givarowski. That'll be cleared out once again. That's going to go out of play. They might call that delay a game on Padula.
It doesn't look like they're going to. Bit fortunate there for the Bronxes. That could have been called delay of game.
That definitely, like we said, Padula has a cannon, especially when flinging pucks from one end of the ice to the other. So that just went, I think it might have just passed the red line before going out of bounds. So Bronx catch a break, but they still got 27 seconds to kill on this penalty.
Seton Hall with it at the point, looking for options, trying to get something going. Broken up by Pape in the slot. Puck still loose. Gobbled up by Givarowski with the glove. Made it look easy to track that puck down as it bounced right in front of him.
Exactly. Good glove save from him. But Seton Hall yet to have a shot on this power play. 19 seconds to go on the 2-minute roughing minor for Cercio. Shot still 5-3 for the Bronx, so there's not been an official shot in this game. Fred gauge about the last 5 minutes. Both teams have been playing very defensively at the moment.
Puck up at the point. Seton Hall lay one on. Loose in front. Cleared away. Not out of the zone, though. Glove down. 10 seconds left to go on the power play. Blocked in front by Marin. Flew race the other way. Marin has Rauch in the middle. Marin with it. Looking for options. Goes to Rauch. Skied it to him. Wasn't able to keep it on the ice as he had a defender all over him. Power play over for Seton Hall. Wound up slap shot. Givarowski makes a save. That was a blast from Seton Hall.
Wedge with an absolute missile from the right circle. Now it's a 2-on-1 battle with Fearon and Zito trying to scramble for the puck. Zito will come back out with it. Bronx heading up north, and it's Rauch. Wedge with him.
Rauch lost it for a second there on that play. Zito was there as Marin throws the body and lays a hit. Rauch trying to throw in as well. Seton Hall with it in their own end, looking for some options. Didn't have anything going for them on that power play except for that last chance right at the end of it.
They did have 3 shots on goal, though. Givarowski stopping all 6 Pirate shots so far. We remain scoreless.
Shot 6-5 right now in favor of Seton Hall. Bronx in the zone, trying to move things around. Kenna over to Zito. Tries to get the puck back. Can't do so as it's taken back out. Kept in by Cercio at the point. Tries to go by a defender. He does. Looking around for options. Cercio with it. Feeds it. Tried to go sharp angle. Bennett with it. Lays it back down low. Cercio facilitating behind the net. Right in front of Kenna. Zito there loose. Back up to the point. Coin with it. Coin lays when it gets blocked by Seton Hall. Trying to get it out of the zone. They do. Kenna with another great chance there right in front. And Cercio doing a good job of keeping that puck in right at the blue line just before it to create those chances.
Kenna has been buzzing, and this top line has been buzzing early on with Cercio trying to go short side. Kenna trying to pick up the loose change, but now back in the other way. Volpe coming up. Cusimano trying to wrestle with him. He's trying to just push him, and now Volpe will dive down. Fearon joins the fray, and we're going to have a delayed penalty here. Believe it's going to be on the Bronx once again.
It's going to be a holding call
It's going to be on Cusimano.
So Bronx will go back to the penalty kill here.
And Coach Fox is a little perplexed to why Cusimano is going to the box.
It's actually Bennert who's going to the box.
Oh, Bennert, sorry. You know, I did the exact same thing when I was doing the lineup on Twitter for the Lehigh game. I don't know why. I did.
The 2s and 5s look very similar.
Well, a 2 is essentially a backwards 5.
This is
or
true.
An upside down 5. It's one of the rookies. I'll get used to it. It's only game 1.
We got a little bit of time. We got a little bit of time before we're really into things here. But either way, the Bronx back to the penalty kill. That top penalty kill unit comes back out. Off the face-off, Seton Hall win it back up to the point. They get set up in the zone. Looking for options. That puck is tipped by Kepton on the other side. Romano dumps it down low, looking for options behind the net. Seton Hall try to center it, but Suker is there, but can't get enough on it to get it out. And Pirates still with it in the slot. That shot gets deflected. Oh my goodness, Givarowski makes an absolutely huge save with the blocker across.
That might have gone off the post, but what an effort there by Trev.
Let's get a look at that save again from low, looking for options behind the net. Seton Hall try to center it, but Suker is there, but can't get enough on it to get it out. And Pirates still with it in the slot. That shot gets deflected. Oh my goodness, Givarowski makes an absolute.
But still a great effort there from Givarowski. There was a wicked redirect there in front from Seton Hall. Padula will clear it out once again.
And even though, like you said, Trey, even though that might have caught maybe the side of the net, some of the posts, I didn't hear a ping. So I'm thinking maybe it caught some of the side of the net. But even with that, Givarowski with a great job to get over it all and close out that angle to force the shooter to shoot wide. Seton Hall still in the zone now, trying to get things set back up. About a minute and change left on the power play. Over to the top of the circle, they fire and score. I think that was Mike Reed who scored that one.
Reed on the feed from Romano, I believe. We'll take a look at the replay.
Seton Hall still in the zone now, trying to get things set back up. About a minute and change left on the power play. Over to the top of the circle, they fire and score.
There from Mike Reed, the top line center, and the Pirates strike first.
Yeah, the Hazlet, New Jersey native buried that one. Nice wrist shot, beating Givarowski. Glove side, something you don't see often. Off the draw, McDermott wins it back. Goes up to Coyne, back up to McDermott. McDermott lays it for Blazak, but miscommunication between the two. And back the other way goes Seton Hall. Olhorn with it, chips it in on goal. Givarowski has to cover quickly as Olhorn was crashing to the net.
Yeah, McDermott just trying to find his legs once again. Last game, he was playing on the defensive line with Eddie Coyne. Now he's back centering the line between Blazak and Pape. So I think he's still trying to get resituated in that center position. But just a really bad giveaway on the offensive zone from one of the new alternate captains this year.
Blazak the other way. Has Pape. McDermott behind him. Pape fires, or excuse me, that was Blazak who fired it into the gut of Utsis. And he's going to hold on for a stoppage with just under 5 minutes to go here in this first period.
Bronx is looking to have some more quality chances in front. They've had good chances, but you need to have a little bit of puck luck. And we've seen from the Bronx, they either have really good puck luck or really bad puck luck. Never really anywhere in the middle. There's a takeaway there from Cercio in the neutral zone. Kenna coming up, fighting with O'Leary. He'll drop it back for Schneider. Schneider can't handle it. Taken away in front, back to Padula. Padula firing in. Schneider trying to look for the redirect, but it's taken away by Seton Hall.
Padula had it poked away from him, back the other way. 2-on-1 option. Schneider there to break it up right in the slot. Great back check there from Schneider.
He's definitely developed as an impressive and a lethal two-way center.
Yeah, he's got the offensive package as well to boot. We saw it all of last year as Kenna going hard behind the board. Cercio comes over to help, digs the puck out. At the point, nearly kept him by Wanvig. Back the other way, 2-on-1. Schneider trying to get there on the back check. Broken up. Schneider there. Blocks the puck loose again. Givarowski with the save. Puck still there. And then they score. 3 different chances for Seton Hall, and they bury the last one. Givarowski got a piece of it, but just wasn't enough. As they bury it again. 1-1. Schneider trying to get there on the back check. Broken up. Schneider there. Blocks the puck loose again. Givarowski with the save. Puck still there. And again they score.
Create space on the blue line and set up for a really good chance. Now you're in a 2-0 hole if you're Rider, so you've got to buckle down. We've seen a lot of defensive shortcomings and miscommunication so far in this first period. They were good on the offensive, but now it looks like the offense has canned away a little bit, so they got to find their legs. Remember, it's game 1 of this. It's technically game 1 in the D2 bracket. Just try to find your legs, take a breath, calm down.
And that's Fearon again. He just scored the second goal, was looking to make a play for the third. Seton Hall with it. They dump it in. Yeoman going back to get it. Finds Bennert. Bennert up to Suker. Suker to Lagomarsino. Lagomarsino looking for options to Suker. Suker on the backhand, couldn't bury it. Loose in front, now gets cleared out of the zone.
It was trying to go forehand, backhand, and just lost control of the puck. That was going to be a great play, but Lagomarsino back up. Second line winger is just going to let it go. Back to Bennert. Bennert to Evan, back at the blue line.
That one dumped back in. Lagomarsino there looking around for options. Has routes down low. Tried to play to Bennert as a player goes down. Seton Hall was looking for a call there, but we continue. Yeoman with it now in his own end. 2:45 left to go here in the first period. Shots 11-7 in favor of Seton Hall. That one's going to go all the way down. No icing on the play. Zito there. Tries to lay a hit. Lagomarsino there as well. Couldn't get it back. Seton Hall with it again. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Rouch lays a hit taken away by Coyne. Coyne with it. Tried to play it back to Lagomarsino. Rouch with the shot. Coyne able to corral it. Coyne with it at the blue line, able to keep it in just barely. Walks in a little bit. Puts a shot on. Loose puck in front, and Utsis jumps on top of it as Lagomarsino and Rouch getting into it with a few players.
Romano trying to start something with Rouch. He's trying to instigate, but Rouch knows how to keep his head cool, and he's able to just get in the minds of these players. We saw Lagomarsino trying to start some stuff too. Lagomarsino has really impressed me in this opening period. A freshman from South Brunswick, New Jersey. Doesn't really. That's a glove save there by Jutsis, but Tom Lagomarsino. We got some more stuff brewing here as Marin just trying to be a little bit of a pest for these Pirates. But like I'm trying to say for the last 90 seconds, Lagomarsino has really impressed me with his game so far, and it's going to be impressive to see what he can do. Marin trying to go between the wickets of Jutsis, but unable to get through.
That was a great opportunity there for Marin. Nearly got it past Jutsis. As this top line comes out with 2 minutes left to go here in the first.
You just don't want to dig yourself into too deep of a hole. Just, like I said, breathe, calm down, relax, because if you try too hard, you put your foot on the gas way too much, trying to accelerate, you're just going to keep spinning your tires and digging yourself into a deeper hole. 3-0, 4-0, maybe even 5-0. So just let the game come natural. You don't have to score in the next minute 49.
You still got 40 minutes left to play. Cercio in the corner, chips it forward for Kenna. Kenna trying to keep it down below the goal line. Cercio comes over and pinches to help. Puck up off the high glass and out of the zone. Coyne going back to corral it for the Bronx. Minute 30 left to go here in the first period. Bronx down 2-0. Coyne up to Kenna. Try to lay it back to Coyne. Bouncing puck. Gets knocked back to Kenna. Kenna with it. Lays it back to Yeoman. Yeoman to Kenna. Into the zone. Tries to go by defender. He does. Fights it off. Tried to center in front for Cercio, but he wasn't there. Cusimano with it. Lays it back to Kenna. Kenna trying to fight for that puck. Schneider comes over to help. Back up to the point. Cusimano with it. Cusimano walks in, fires. It's blocked by Seton Hall. Bouncing puck. Coyne, they're trying to get a shot off. It's blocked again and knocked away. Seton Hall trying to get one last rush here to end this period. They quickly fire on to Givarowski. He just sticks it aside. Cercio throwing a nice hit just above the hash marks, but Seton Hall still with it. Bouncing puck right in the slot. They try and send it down low. Couldn't get the shot off. That was Reed looking for his second. Bouncing puck again comes back to center ice. Seton Hall still with it. Reed fires a slap shot, and Givarowski is just going to hold on to it with 19.4 left to go here in the first.
Pirates are buzzing in the late stages of this one, and Riders just trying to get to the first intermission, Carollo. But we've got a lot to talk about in the first intermission report.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about what these Bronx need to do as Pape gets that one out of the zone, but it's dumped quickly back in. Yeoman with it. 10 seconds left to go here in the first. Tries to get it up to Blazak, can't do so. Blazak now with it. Final 4 seconds. He just plays it back to Padula. Up to McDermott. He tries to fire, and it's blocked. And that will do it for the first period. 2-0 in favor of Seton Hall after one. Shots 12-11 in favor of Seton Hall. A interesting period for the Bronx, an intriguing one, if you will.
Definitely, but we saw this a little bit last year in the game they did play against the Pirates. We saw a back-and-forth game. We saw Seton Hall take the lead. Then we saw Ryder tie it up. Then we saw Ryder take the lead. Then we saw Seton Hall tie it up. Ended up in a 5-4 shootout win for the Bronx. So these two teams could play a back-and-forth battle. But the biggest thing for the Bronx, get back to brass tacks, simple hockey. Don't try and do anything. Just play simple hockey. Don't try and have any highlight reel goals. Not every shot needs to be a highlight reel Connor McDavid looking shot. Not every goal needs to be a Connor McDavid or Connor Bedard looking shot. You just need to light the lamp.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it any better, as that will do it for the first period. We're going to step aside, take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to break down that period a little bit for you and then have the second period of action between the Bronx and Seton Hall. Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Rider Bronx Ice Hockey presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting live here on YouTube. After one period of play, Seton Hall leads 2-0 over the Bronx. Shots 12-11 in favor of Seton Hall.
Yeah, like we saw in the period, some good play up in the beginning. The first 10 minutes for the Bronx was impeccable. Just couldn't find the back of the net. Second half of the first period, not so much. Back on the other end of the ice there for the Pirates. Power play goal by Tyler Fearon to open up the scoring, and then Mike Reed with an even strength goal to make this the current score of 2-0 right now. Ryder just needs to play some simple hockey, like we said at the end of the first period. Back to brass tacks. Just get the puck in the zone, get the puck on net. Quality chances. Not everything needs to be a top highlight reel goal or a highlight reel chance. Just get a chance.
Yeah, all they need is one. All they need is one chance, and they're right back in this thing. You got to come out fast. You got to come out with pressure and go very hard at the Seton Hall team. But like you said in the first period, you can't overcommit and go full press because Seton Hall's counterattack, we already saw twice in this game, has been very intense.
We saw it throughout the entirety of that second period. It was almost night and day between the first 10 minutes and the back 10 minutes. So you cannot, like I said, like you were saying actually, you can't overpress. You got to step off the gas just a little bit. Just be good.
As we get set for the start of the second period here, just want to say thank you again for tuning into these streams. We really appreciate it for us here at Breakout Sports Broadcasting and for the Rider Bronx Ice Hockey team. As we get set, centers skate in. Reed versus Schneider in the face-off dot. Skaters set, and we're off. Schneider wins the drawback, but Seton Hall picks it off immediately. Seton Hall laid off, quick shot goes off the side of the net. Nearly fooled Giverowski there.
Reed looking for a second of the night. Now it's Volpe looking for the top line cycle of goals. Volpe back in front, and Reed with a great chance in the low slot. Couldn't get the puck corralled, and it's back at the blue line.
That one blocked by Coyne, back up to the point again, dumped in by Wedge. Cycled around to Reed. Reed down low for Volpe. Coyne coming over to get that puck away. Fearon was all over him as Coyne able to get some space. Looking for options, plays to Schneider. Schneider to Kenna, back to Schneider. Schneider lays it for Kenna, nice pass, looking for Cercio across. Cercio tried to tuck it, big save by Utsis. What a save, Cercio just couldn't control all of it, and it'll be dumped down for an icing on Seton Hall.
That was an incredible save by Utsis, but that proves my point that the Bronx cannot be this fancy. I know you want to get a highlight reel goal. I know you want to have sick mitts playing in every theater in the world. You just got to get the puck in the net. Don't do anything too fancy. But what a chance there for Dom Cercio. What a stop there from Utsis, and another stop on Padula.
I think Cercio just didn't get all of that puck. It was bobbling on him on the pass from Kenna, and he just couldn't control all of it. But like you said, Utsis with an unbelievable save, and I think Cercio did try to get too cute with it. Tried to go to the backhand as that shot loose. Pape trying to get there.
It also originated off of a broken play. I don't think Schneider intended to lay that off for Kenna. Kenna fired it in, just tried to get it to Cercio, and Cercio was just like, you know what, whatever happens, happens. But you're still in a 2-0 hole, but plenty of hockey left.
Bennert with it, looking for options, finds Pape, bounces to Blazak, but he couldn't control it. Pape trying to glove it down, can't do so. Delayed offside as Seton Hall get it out. Blazak with a nice pick at center ice, tried to find Pape, they couldn't connect. Into the zone, Pape able to get there first. Pape at the hash marks, shovels it back to Blazak. McDermott there, able to keep it and dump it further. Pape down low in the corner, trying to fight off a hit, gets taken down, puck cleared out of the zone. Padula going back to get it. Padula wraps it back to McDermott. McDermott up to Bennert. Bennert tries to get by a defender, can't do so as it goes back the other way. Suker lays a nice hit right at center ice as Giverowski comes out to play this one. Kept in by Seton Hall. Block shot by Bennert. Padula in the corner. Looking for options. Opts to keep it. Fake the pass to Suker. He keeps it. Goes back up ice for Lagomarsino. Try to play it by defender. Suker able to get there only for a second as Seton Hall take it away again. Padula. Looking for options. Plays to Suker. They cross up with each other. Suker goes behind Gavorowski. Up to Lagomarsino. Bronx can't get it out of their own zone right now. Struggling mightily here as Seton Hall has them pinned in. Bennett out of the zone. Back the other way. Lagomarsino with it. Walks in, fires, puts it just wide of the right bar.
Delayed penalty against Seton Hall, so Ryder will have a power play in just a few seconds. Now they will. We'll see what the call is going to be. But Lagomarsino teeing up a shot and whacking it at it with the driver, just slicing a little wide.
Looks like it's going to be a tripping call as the number 12 of Wedge is going to go to the box. So the Bronx to the power play for the first time tonight.
And this is a prime scoring opportunity here for the Bronx, and we've seen this power play line be absolutely lethal last year. McDermott, Schneider, and Pape, your top three. Then it's Coyne and Blazak on the blue line.
Schneider able to keep it, looking around for options, kept in at the point by Coyne. Good job by Eddie to keep that thing. It was bouncing a lot. Coyne with it, down to Blazak. Blazak back to Coyne in his skates. Coyne with it again, fires it across to Schneider. Schneider walks in, was looking for McDermott in the middle. It was blocked though. McDermott still with it. Back up to Schneider at the point, over to Eddie. Coyne with it, down low to Blazak. Blazak looking in front for Pape, puts it just wide. Pape was lethal on the power play in the playoffs last season. Schneider with it again, looking for options, tries to center in front. McDermott there, loose at the side of the net, goes wide. Back up at the point, Coyne with it. Down to Blazak. Blazak walking and firing, saved by Utsis. McDermott gets knocked down, delayed penalty, and Schneider lays a huge hit.
Schneider trying to screw some stuff, or like trying to, he just rocked somebody up is what I'm trying to say here. Schneider with a huge retaliatory hit as McDermott got hit. I believe he got cross-checked behind the play. He's a little shaken up. Now it's a 5-on-3 opportunity, and you have to score here if you're Ryder. You've got 1:08 of 5-on-3 time. Huge opportunity for the Bronx.
Yeah, and that's Damon Tozer going to the box. So like you said, a huge opportunity here. A 5-on-3 opportunity could potentially tie this game up. Evan off the draw. Suker comes in and wins it. Padula at the point. Padula walks the blue line, tries to put a shot on, it's blocked. To Evan with it at the circle. Evan back up to the point, now to Padula. Padula back to Evan, he wires one, deflected in front, Suker's there, can't put it on target. Back up to the point again, Padula with it, tries to walk down low, gets picked off, and it's kept in by Padula at the blue line. Great keep by him. Evan with it, looking for options, back up to Padula again. Down to Lagomarsino, sharp angle, that one's denied by Utsis. Evan with it. 36 seconds left of 5-on-3. Padula with it, wires one. That one goes wide on the redirect. Benner is there, gets hammered from behind. Lagomarsino with it, looking, trying to drive in front to the net, couldn't put it towards the goal. Evan with it, down to 20 seconds left of 5-on-3. Evan fires one in on goal, and Utsis is going to hold on.
The Bronx are buzzing here, and you could tell these Seton Hall players are exhausted and can't wait to get off the ice. 17 seconds remaining in 5-on-3. To the penalty again, to the tripping penalty against Wedge. 1:10 to go in the roughing minor against Tozer. Lagomarsino, I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, but he is really coming to play, especially on that right-hand side. He's looking for those short-handed chances.
Coyne with it now, lays it back to Schneider. 10 seconds left of 5-on-3. Goes down to Blazak. Blazak crosses up, sends it across to Coyne. 5 seconds left to go. Coyne to Pape, fires one, trickles just wide, got a little bit of the post as well, and that'll do it for the original penalty. Back to 5-on-4. Schneider with it, goes down to Coyne, not able to handle the pass. Coyne with it, looking for options. Walking down into the gut, tried to cut in front, couldn't do so. Behind the net now. Looking around, tried to play back up to Schneider. He's able to get there. Crosses up. Below the goal line again. Schneider with it, looking, has Blazak. Opts to keep it. 30 seconds left on the power play. Schneider with it. No options. Goes down the coin. Fires it across to Blazak, but he couldn't get a stick to it. I think his stick was lifted. Blazak at the hash marks now. Pape is there trying to keep it in. 20 seconds left to go with power play, and now Seton Hall finally get it clear. Gavorowski comes out to play it, looking to play quickly. Coin with it down to 10 seconds of power play time. To Blazak. Blazak up to McDermott. McDermott walks in, tries to put a shot on. Cercio's there, bouncing puck. No one able to corral it. Kenna pokes it away. That'll do it for the power play. Bronx still in the zone. Kenna feeds it in front. McDermott was there but couldn't get a shot off. Coin still with it. Wrapping around. Coin walking all the way around by himself. Tried to fire in front. No one was there. And it bounces off the stanchion and is going to go all the way down to Gavorowski. No icing on the play as no Bronk was there. Gavorowski has to play it. Coin still on the ice, lays it to Cercio. Cercio looks to shoot. Saved by Utzis. Had Schneider on the other side. Or excuse me, that was McInish on the other side. But Utzis makes the save with 13:40 left to go here in the second.
I don't think there was a single shot on goal on that 5-on-3 throughout that entire power play time. That was about 3:38 of power play time, not a single shot on goal for the Bronx. And it's not that they weren't trying, they just need to get back to simple hockey. But a great chance there is right. They will give the Bronx one shot on goal during that power play. But still, 5-on-3, a great opportunity. And now we're going to get a quick whistle here.
I think it was for a high stick.
It's going to be a high stick against Seton Hall.
Yeah, it'll stay in their zone. No change for them.
I'm still surprised. I didn't get to say that during the power play, but I'm surprised that Cole Schneider went up and absolutely laid out Damon Tozer. You know, sticking up for your teammates, sticking up for your linemate right there. But that's a fire we haven't seen out of Cole Schneider in a while, as Kenna, excuse me, that was Yeoman with a wide shot.
Padula tried to put one on Zito there, laid it back. That one trickles just wide. That was Rauch who was there. Zito to Yeoman. Padula calling for it. Padula with it. Tries to put one on, deflected in front by Marin, trickles wide. Marin on it again. Back up to Yeoman at the point. Bronx cycling here to Marin. Marin again. Right in front. Zito was there. Picked off by Seton Hall. They're able to get it up and out only as far as Yeoman, though. He chips it up off the high glass. Rauch into the zone. Yeoman on it again. Puts it in on goal. Sticked aside by Utzis. Rauch collides with a player behind the goal. Zito with a bouncing puck on the side of the net. He's able to get it back. Tries to go back up to the point. Padula able to keep it in and dump it in further. Marin behind the net. Back up to the point now to Padula. Padula gets by a defender. Walking and tries to put a shot off. It's deflected. Bounces into the far side. Nearly kept in by Yeoman, but it just trickles out as the Bronx will have to reset here. Padula with it to Cercio, right in center ice. Tries to get by, can't do so. Bouncing puck the other way. Seton Hall into the zone. Looking for options. Big blast saved by Gavorowski. And it's going to go out of play. And we'll get a face-off here with 12:01 left to go here in the period.
Some good offensive zone pressure there for the Bronx in that stint and in this early period, but nearing the halfway point of the game. Just trying to get things in. Face-off won by Schneider. It's taken back into the corner. Trying to see who has the puck, and it's taken away right in front. A good chance for Fearon, but he's unable to corral it. He'll get it over to Volpe. Volpe will get it all the way over back to himself. Volpe in a fight with Benner. It's taken away by a Pirate. He'll get it over to Tozer. Damon Tozer, big block there by Kenna. It's a rebound there for Tozer, unable to get it. Now it's Cusimano with a breakout here by the Bronx. Schneider with 3 Pirates on him, unable to hold the puck. Now it's Cusimano with a short side shot, unable to get it. It'll go off the end boards. Bennett up to Cercio. Cercio in a fight with Tozer at the end board. Kenna coming in for reinforcements, but it's taken away by Cirillo. Cirillo, outlet pass here for the Pirates, and Bennett retreats back on the offensive zone.
Bennett with it. Tries to play a stretch pass for Schneider. He's able to beat out the icing. Schneider with it, tried to wrap it back around. We've seen the Bronx do that play time and time again, but couldn't do it there. Cercio trying to get there on the back check. Able to get a stick to it. Holds up a player, able to get the puck, lofts it Up and out into the neutral zone. O'Leary with it now. McDermott trying to play the puck and the body as it's dumped right back in by Cercio. Blazak trying to get to the puck. And it's going to be called for an offside, I think, here. It will be, as Blazak got dumped there in the corner, right under the hash marks.
Yeah, Blazak crashing the zone just off the blue line just a little bit too much, and he's going to be called offsides. But Ryder just trying to get something going here, but 10:32 left in the second period. Oh, we're almost halfway there, and the Bronx living on a prayer that they can get back into this game. But still, plenty of hockey to go. You got a half hour of hockey to go, and still plenty of time. You got half of this period, you got entire third period, and Cercio, what?
Whoa. How is that called an icing? Pape beat that out by a mile.
Yeah, McDermott is going to go lead his case to the ref, and I don't agree with that whatsoever. And I think they're going to talk it over. We're probably going to have a face-off at center ice. And that was going to be a great chance there with Pape on the outlet pass, trying to get something going here. Coyne and McDermott are making their case to the ref, just trying to talk things over. I don't think it's going to be back in the Bronx zone. If the refs put it there, then
it won't. As far as I see, that won't be in the Bronx zone. I think that was a call by the referee, just an instinctive whistle on the icings. So, either way, face-off at center ice, a nullified chance for the Bronx. That one dumped in on a delayed offside. Pape has to come out and reset here. Seton Hall with it. 10 minutes and change left to go here in the second period. Shot fired well over the bar by Seton Hall. Rauch able to get that puck away, not for long as it's dumped right in again. Gavorowski lays it for Coyne. Coyne, up ice to Pape, to Rauch. Rauch tried to lay it back for Pape, but he just wasn't there in time as it's taken back by Seton Hall. That one up ice, Wanvig on the back end, sticked aside by Gavorowski, goes up off the high glass. Wanvig, good job to turn that thing back up around as a long stretch pass finds Rauch. Rauch with it, trying to go by the referee. Sharp angle shot, saved by Utsis.
I think it probably would have had a better opportunity if the ref wasn't directly in his lane. Yikes. A lot of things here.
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier, the puck luck is just not here right now for the Bronx. No, I mean, they've had the 2 power plays as well, which you got to capitalize on those.
If they had a 5-on-3, you got to capitalize on that. So
exactly.
Like you said, 0 puck luck going the right way. But thankfully, Seton Hall hasn't had much either in this period. They're trying to get something going here.
Down low, Padula cycles it around. Marin bouncing puck on him, taken out by Zito. Loose gets deflected away to a Pirate. Up to Marin now. He gets kneed. We get a whistle finally as Rauch comes over and lays the body. He gets cross-checked in the face, now taken down by Seton Hall player. We've got a Donnybrook going.
Oh, we're going to have a fight here. That's cross-check to the head. I'm surprised Rauch didn't immediately just take his head off there. And now Marin's John, and now this game has got to get, the refs have got to get this game back in control here. But that was blatant cheap shot to the back of the head of Rauch, and in my opinion, you got to toss him.
Yeah, that was a a cross check pretty much, and it was a cross check and chokehold almost to. And
Rauch is going to the bench for some reason.
He's going to the box.
Or the box, yeah.
There's 2 players in the box right now for Seton Hall. 27 and 15.
That's Matty Romano and the number 15 of Cam Tower. Couple of defensemen there. And now, Rauch is back out of the box. I think it's going to be another 5-on-3. I don't know what's going on here.
So,
this is the ACHA hockey at its finest, Carlo. That's all I'm going to say.
That's all I'm going to say. You're not wrong with that one, Trey. And going back to that hit on Marin, that was a dangerous hit. That was a dangerous hit. You cannot hit knee on knee like that. You will destroy someone's knee if you hit that way. I don't know how intentional it was to take him knee-on-knee like that. Obviously, we can't tell, but that was a dangerous play regardless of whether it's intentional or not, even if it's accidental. We'll try and take another look at it here on that hit. As Rouch comes over and lays the body, he gets cross-checked in the face, now taken down by Seton player. We've got a Donnybrook going.
Oh, we're going to have a fight.
Yanked him down.
That was Tower that cross-checked Rouch, so in my opinion, he should be out of this game. I think the knee-on-knee, that was... Now Rouch is going back to the box, so we have no idea what's going on here.
We'll have to wait till they announce the penalties. Coach Murphy coming over to ask for some questions as well for the Bronx to these referees.
It was a dangerous play, and it was a cheap shot, really, was what it was. Like, there's no bias here whatsoever. It's like what the rules in line, like what we're seeing with our own eyes here.
Yeah, and especially with the new ACHA, with the new USA Hockey rules that have been put into effect this year, with hits to the head and the way that the roughings are called, that is a very dangerous play. And like you said, especially with the cross-check to the back of the head and neck, basically, and then the takedown, that is pretty much grounds for...
You got to fire some penalties at these players.
Yeah. And now Dom's over talking with Utsis. As...
It's going to be a 5-minute major for Cam Tower. I don't know what it's going to be for Matty Romano, though. I imagine it'll probably be a 2-minute minor for roughing, potentially. We know it's going to be another power play opportunity for Ryder.
So it seems like it's going to be coincidentals for Rouch and Romano.
I don't know if I agree with that, but it's 5 minutes of power play time for the Bronx. This is what you got to do. This is a great opportunity. And right there, Eddie Coyne with the shot. I couldn't tell. I think that was either McDermott or Cercio with the tip-in. But just like that, 9 seconds into the major, the Ryder Bronx are on the board. Don't know if I agree with that, but it's 5 minutes of power play time for the Bronx. This is what you got to do. This is a great opportunity. And right there, Eddie Coyne.
Who got the tip on it?
He was the first in the Selly line, and just like that, you're on the board. And now you've got 4:51 of power play time to work with. This is where you go in. Here we go, boys. And Mark McDermott with his first of the year, and he's been playing through it. He's been readjusting to that center position as a big dump off from Schneider. He's been getting physical in this game. It's going to be McDermott from Padula and Blazak. Actually, no, from Coyne and Padula. But a great moment there from McDermott. And you could see Cercio immediately give him a huge bear hug in the corner.
They wanted that bad. McDermott wanted that bad as well.
McDermott needed that bad.
Bronx still in the zone. 4:10 left to go here on the power play. Across to Blazak. Blazak to Coyne. Coyne with it at the blue line across to Schneider. Schneider with it at the hash marks. Looking for options. Sent it across for Blazak. And it's going to careen all the way out of the zone. Bronx will have to reset. Nice little shimmy shake there by Coyne to get away from the defender. Plays it up to Schneider. Gets by another one. Schneider with it. Has Cercio on the other side, but it's misplayed. Coyne with it. Walks in looking to shoot. That one through traffic. Saved by Utsis and cleared away yet again by Seton Hall.
So it's going to be McDermott's goal from Eddie Coyne. At the time of the goal, it was 3:26 of power play time to go here, and the Bronx are buzzing. They've had 4 shots on this power play so far, and they're trying to look for a 5th one and another one to light the red light.
Pinned at the hash marks now. Good job by Lago Marcino to dig it out to Coyne. Coyne with it, getting hacked at the blue line, but is able to keep it, tries to play it back, but Evan is going to have to corral this one as it goes out of the zone. Evan to Lago Marcino. Weighs his options, plays it back to Evan. Evan across the blue line, gets in. Has Lago Marcino on the other side, but couldn't find him. Puck in the corner, taken by Evan. Evan still with it. Back up to the point. Padula's there. Lays it to Lagomarsino. Lagomarsino walks in, fires. That one's blocked in front. Lagomarsino still with it. Back up to Evan at the point. Evan across. Suker to Padula. Padula with it. Back to Suker. Suker at the blue line down to Lagomarsino. 2:28 left to go on the power play. Suker fires. That one loose. Saved by Utsis with the shoulder. Bronx still with it. Lagomarsino tries to play a cross pass to Suker. Bouncing puck. Kept in by Padula. Padula with it. Plays it around himself. Down low in the corner now. Padula looking for options. No one at the point for him. Tries to send it back to Schneider. It gets by him. Trevor's going to come all the way out to almost the blue line and play that puck off. Bit of an almost error pass there from Trevor. As it's taken away by Seton Hall now. Seton Hall on the back check to Bronx. Try to get one, and Givorowski makes the save.
Mike Volpe, the captain of the Seton Hall team, almost putting a complete end to this Bronx pressure here. Thankfully, Trevor was able to stop that one. But like you said, Trevor was trying to get that. Came all the way out to the blue line to try and make the play start once again. But a dangerous chance there, and the Bronx with a face-off win in their own zone. Olhorn with it. He's surrounded by white jerseys and is taken away by Coyne, trying to get set back here with 1:41 to go in the major to Tower.
Schneider with it. Looking around for options. Decides to just dump that one in. Good job by Pape to go and get it. McDermott with it to Blazak now. First unit back out again. Coyne with it. Fires into Utsis. And he holds on. That was a blast from the captain. And Utsis with another save. Bronx up to 19 shots now on the night. And if you've tuned into our games before, I'm going to bring it back up because I have to. It's basically sacrilege if I don't mention it at this point. The 35 shot mark for the Bronx. Usually, if you don't know what it is, the Bronx, whenever they hit 35 shots, usually they end up with a win. Schneider with it down low. Looking around. Back to Blazak. He fires. Glove saved by Utsis. A huge save. Schneider down low, below the hash marks now. Knocked around by Seton Hall, looking to go for the clear. Loose puck in the skates of a Pirate, taken away again by the Bronx. Blazak with it, 1:07 left to go on the power play. Schneider to Coyne. Coyne trying to get away from a defender. He dumps it back down to Schneider. Schneider back to Coyne, walks the blue line. Looking for options. Opts to shoot, fires that one through traffic. McDermott there, just can't put it home. Utsis stretches out and makes the glove save. Bronx still with it. At the point, 45 seconds to go, tries to go to Schneider. At the hash marks, nice little turnaround from a defender. Feeds it across, that one goes off the skate of McDermott. Coyne there to Blazak. Blazak walking it across, was looking for Pape in the middle. Schneider with the stick lift. Puck still there, now taken out by Seton Hall. Pape on the back check, trying to get the puck back. Coyne with it now. Tries to play a quick flip pass to Pape. He finds him. Up to Schneider. Schneider lays it for Pape. Pape with speed tries to confront Marin there, and it just trickles wide. That one loose, and they score! Cole Schneider ties it, buries it off the rebound.
What a flurry of chances from this Rider team, and with 14 seconds to go in the 5-minute major, Cole Schneider, his first of the year on the power.
He finds him. Up to Schneider. Schneider lays it for Pape. Pape with speed tries to confront Marin there, and it just trickles wide. That one loose, and they score! Cole Schneider ties.
Cole Schneider able to bury it in the back of the 4x6. What a sequence, and what a past 5 minutes for this Rider team. Back the other way. Fearon looking to take the lead back. It's knocked away by Givorowski. Waffle boarded away. And it's back to Padula. Padula over to Kenna. Kenna, he'll get it up to Benner. Benner back the other way, taken away there by Damon Tozer.
And that'll do it for the power play for the Bronx. 2 goals on the 5-minute major. Tie this game up at 2. 3:35 left to go here in the second as that one gets directed out of play into the netting. And going back to that goal, let's take another look at it actually really fast. Pape, he finds him. Up to Schneider. Schneider lays it for Pape. Pape with speed tries to confront Marin there, and it just trickles wide. That one loose, and they score! Cole Schneider ties it. Barrett tries to play behind it too. Tying this game up at 2 apiece. 23 shots for the Bronx now, compared to 14 for Seton Hall. They have not had one in a while, as that one's dumped down by Kenna. Kenna trying to apply pressure, lays the body, and it's kept in by Zito. Marin trying to get to the puck first, puts a shot on it, and it's saved by Utsis. Kenna again throwing the body, being really physical right now on this shift. Now playing with Marin and Zito, or excuse me, that's McInish and Zito. McInish lays it back. Zito with it, back to McInish, has Bennett at the point. Bennett with it. Opts to walk the blue line, fires. That one in, Uncle goes off the post, still loose, bouncing around, and they score! Zito buries it off the rebound. Bronx take the lead, 3-2.
Another great sequence in the crease. Zito is going absolutely insane right now. Benner with his first career collegiate point. I think McKean.
Bennett at the point. Bennett with it. Opts to walk the blue line, fires. That one in, Uncle goes off the post, still loose, bouncing around, and they score! Zito buries it off the rebound. Bronx
is hyped to hell and back. The Bronx with an incredible final 5 minutes of this period have scored 3 goals, unanswered goals, I should say, and Evan trying to make it a fourth, but he's going to take it away. Wow.
Man, what a final, honestly, 8 minutes of this period for the Bronx. Started turning up the heat and then got that 5-minute power play, scored 2, and then using the momentum, propelling them to a third. Seton Hall with it, trying to get some of the momentum back as they are looking deflated. As that one kept in at the blue line or not by Seton Hall. Suker with it, 3-on-1 the other way for the Bronx. Evan with it, has Lago Marcino on the other side, loose puck saved by Eustace, and it's in the net, and a punch is thrown on the Lago Marcino.
And now here we got another Donnybrook brawl in here.
That was Suker who got punched.
Oh, and Wanvig is trying to start. Actually, no, it's Lago Marcino as Suker is down on the floor. Another sucker punch from this Seton Hall team, and they are trying to do anything they can, clean or not. And Evan is going to go to the box. Suker, he's laughing it off, so I think he just got his bell rung a little bit there. And now it's going to be, I think it's going to be coincidentals here.
And that's O'Leary to the box for Seton Hall.
There are 5 skaters on the ice for Seton Hall, right?
I think it's just going to be coincidentals. Oh, it's going to be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. I'm very surprised at that. I
think maybe
for the retaliation to Evan is what got it, as that has to be called all the time now at this point. You can't retaliate for pretty much anything, even though that was pretty much a punch right to the face of Suker.
It was, and I don't think we've seen this much Donnybrook and sprawling in a Ryder-Rowan match, honestly.
We have. In the past, we have.
On the past. Not since I've been, this is only year 3 for me, so.
This is true. In a couple of years ago, before the pandemic, it got even worse. We've seen it where it's been very bad. Those two teams don't like each other, and it seems like it's going the same way here with Ryder and Seton Hall. Remember, last year, Seton Hall almost played spoiler for the Bronx on senior night, but Eddie Coyne was able to win that game, and Coyne with a nice hit right on the goal line.
Speaking of Captain Coyne himself.
Back the other way, Schneider with it. On his own, Schneider tried to lay it back for Kenna. Coyne is there. Coyne with it, able to keep the puck. Looking around, fed Schneider, loose there on the side. Big save by Utsis on Yeoman. Was looking for his first as a Bronc.
So it's gonna be Ryan Kenna on the primary assist, and he's gonna try and go for a goal here. So it's Kenna and Bennett on the assist. Kenna looking for the chance in front. It's behind the cage. Big hit there from Fearon on Schneider. Kenna's gonna get knocked down and have the wind knocked out of him just for a little bit behind the play. Big stop there from Givarowski on number 21 of Mike Masalo. But it's going to be Kenna and Bernard with their first Bronc points. But congratulations to those guys. And we're seeing these new guys really shine early on here tonight. We've seen offensive pressure. We've seen defensive pressure from everybody all these new guys here tonight, Crollo.
Yeah, for sure. They're really starting to come into their own. Remember, going into their game against Lehigh last week, they had only been on the ice 2 times with each other as a whole team. So after that, another week getting this chemistry going as Pape the other way. Pape with it, trying to get towards the net. Fire save. The puck's still loose. Now it's covered by Utsis with 35 seconds left to go. A 4-on-4, 47 left to go in the second period.
Yeah, Pape with a great partial breakaway chance there, was trying to poke at Eustace's glove, trying to knock the biscuit out. But like you were saying, these guys barely had any ice time together before that Lehigh game. That's why they were treating that as a bit of a scrimmage, bit of a test session. It doesn't have to do with has to do with your overall record, but it's against a D1 team. Doesn't have to do with your D2 rankings. So just use that as a bit of like a scrimmage, bit of a chemistry builder session, and it has really paid dividends for this team. 3-2 with the second period coming to a close.
Seton Hall with it. Take it away. In on goal. Pape walks another breakaway and he scores. Bronx make it 4-2 with 16 seconds left to go in the period. A 4-goal second period for the Bronx.
4 unanswered goals as Pape, I believe that was on the Eustace's 5-hole. 2 with the second period coming to a close.
Seton Hall with it. Take it away. In on goal. Pape walks another breakaway and he scores. Bronx make it 4-2.
What a final 10 minutes of this period, Carollo. Holy jumping.
Yeah, this has been an insane end to this period. Final 10 minutes of the second. And Seton Hall trying to get a shot off that one. Sharp angle on to Givorowski. Made the save. Back the other way. Marin all on his own. 5 seconds left to go. Marin with it, tried to put it towards the net. Off the sides, Rauch comes in, Padula comes in. Got some pushing at the whistle here, and that will do it for the second period. 4 unanswered goals for Ryder to end the second period. Now have a 4-2 lead. Shots 25-14 after the second period.
Wow, that's all I've got to say after that period. And like I said, the last 10 minutes of that game, that period, as simple as it could be. Just taking advantage of the 3 goals on that power play to take the lead and the extra one to boot by Pape with under a minute to go. And we've got a game, ladies and gentlemen. Seton Hall looks gassed, but we saw in the last year's senior night game, they can come back. They're a big third period team. It's going to be must-watch hockey for this third period. If you like physical action, if you like goal scoring, if you love ACHA hockey, tune in right now. Stop whatever you are doing. If you are driving your car, pull it over, pull up the stream. We got a game, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
This has been a heck of a game so far. But either way, we're going to step aside, take a short break. When we come back, we'll break down that second period for you and have the third period of action between the Bronx and Seton Hall.
With the second period coming to a close.
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Rider Bronx Ice Hockey presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting, live on YouTube. What a second period for the Bronx. 4 unanswered goals, making it 4-2 after 2. Shots 25-14.
And of course, it's the usual suspects from last year. McDermott starting the goal scoring off 9 seconds into the 5-minute major, midway through the third period. Then you've got Zito back end of that, or Pate back end of that. Zito with the go-ahead goal, and Schneider with the second one to complete the order. 4 unanswered goals, like you said, for the Bronx, and they are doing everything they can to shut down this Pirate offense. And I looked past their locker room during the intermission. These guys look beat. So Ryder, just don't let their foot off the gas, but also don't overextend. You just got to find that perfect balance.
And that's just simple hockey. You just got to play simple hockey, as taking a page out of Coach Levin's book. Get downhill. That's what you got to do. Make sure you get the puck in deep and just play smart. Play smart as we get set for the start of the third period here between the Bronx and Seton Hall, and we're off. Bronx win the face-off. That one dumped right back in by Seton Hall, trying to play quickly. Can't go by Coin. Bouncing puck knocked around. Seton Hall with it. Puck loose in the slot. Givarowski makes the save with the shoulder, and the Bronx get it out. Seton Hall up to dump in again. Wedge dumped it in. Givarowski leaves it off for Coin. Coin tries to play to Schneider. Misplayed into the slot. Saved by Trevor, and he holds on. Big save there.
This top line for Seton Hall continues to be a problem for the Bronx, with Mike Volpe looking to get his first of the night. His 2 other line mates, Mike Reed and Tyler Farron, already on the point sheet. But other than that, Seton Hall is just trying to barely scrape by here. But this top line has paid dividends, and it's what's been really keeping them in this hockey contest.
Down low in the corner, Padula throws a hit. Seton Hall still with it. Down below the goal line, Evan throws a nice hit as well, as Padula is able to get to the puck. Padula with it, had it, lost it, taken away by the Pirates. Seton Hall with it in the zone, pass across, broken up by Bernert, and it's knocked out of the zone by, I think that was by Nick Lagomarcino.
Tom Lagomarcino.
Oh, thank you. By Tom Lagomarcino. Bernert with it again. Up off the high glass, out of the zone, cleared by the Bronx. Seton Hall with it again. Now taken by Padula. He dumps in. Bronx going for a partial change. Seton Hall opt to just play that one into the zone. No icing on the play as Padula goes back to get it. Chips it around for no one, as that one was loose right at the side of the crease for Seton Hall. Back up at the point now. That one fired, blocked by Blazak. Trying to win the foot race back the other way. It's going to go all the way down onto Utsis, and he's going to cover.
A good block there right in front from Blazak, but a dangerous opportunity for the Pirates there is a bit of a careless backwards pass from Padula, but thankfully he's able to correct his mistake, right the ship. And Blazak tried to have a good opportunity, but the puck just stretching a little too wide for him. Face off to the right-hand side of Joey Eustace.
Cusimano lays it down low, looking for McDermott, goes by him. Looking around, Peep tried to find it on the wraparound, but couldn't bury it. Back up to the point, bouncing, Coin able to corral it. Coin with it, down low to Blazak, lets it go by himself, looking for Pape. Taken back by the Pirates. Cusimano pinching, trying to get it back, it goes by him. Coin corralling it in his own end. Coin goes behind Givarowski. Tries to find McDermott, it was just out of his reach as Seton Hall get it back. Seton Hall try to play quickly, can't do so. Couple of errant passes. Puck nearly picked off by Blazak. Zito now there. Blazak with it again. Lays it off for Marin, who dumps in. O'Leary with it now for Seton Hall. He wraps it around to Wedge. Gets it up ice. Rauch, first man back to the puck for Ryder. Ryder with speed, trying to get into the zone. Rauch nearly lost it in his skates, but he's able to find it again. Tried to center in front. No one was home for Ryder. Puck back the other way. Big hit by Marin right at the blue line. Shook all of our equipment up here.
And he got taken down behind the play by Mike Reed. No penalty on the play. But he looked like he was going to try and have a breakaway opportunity there, but the puck gate kept in there by the Pirate defenseman.
Rauch got a stick on it. Referees wave off the icing. Cercio in the corner. Rauch pinching again as that one's dumped all the way down. That one is going to go for an icing on Seton Hall.
Seton Hall kind of a little bit deflated here in the early stages of this one. Like we said, their top line has been paying the dividends, and that's who's on the ice right now. But 16:34 to go in the third period. Bronx with a 4-2 lead. Kind of the opposite end of the spectrum of what we saw after the end of the first period. Bronx were down by 2 goals. Now Seton Hall is down by 2 goals. We'll see who's going to come out on top, but we've got a long way to go and 16:34 to get there.
Yeah, exactly. Almost a complete inverse, like you said, of that first period for Ryder in the second. Seton Hall with it in their own end, trying to get it out here. Not kept in by Yeoman. Seton Hall trying to go the other way. Loose puck battle right underneath us as it's dumped in by Seton Hall. Bennett wrapped it around to Cercio. Cercio tried to play the stretch pass. I think it went off the helmet of Schneider. Bouncing puck bobbling all the way around. Seton Hall with it. Looking for options. They try to loft that one by Givorowski, but can't do so. Cercio with the pass to just get it out of the zone. Glove down by Cercio again. Looking for the stretch pass up to Kenna. Kenna with it all on his own. Fires, saved by Utsis with the shoulder. Kenna in the corner. Bennett coming over to help. Tries to go back to Kenna. Puck still loose. Knocked all the way around. Kenna with it again. Kenna back up to the point to Schneider. Schneider walks in, fires. That one goes wide. I think that was deflected in front by a defenseman. Bennett fighting for it. Puck still down low. Schneider throws a big hit along the glass. Kenna with it. McInish tried to play it back up to Bennett at the point, but Schneider is going to go all the way down and get it with 15 minutes and change left to go here in the third. Schneider back to Yeoman. Yeoman tried to go back to Schneider, wasn't looking the right way, as it's taken out by Kenna, who gets it into the zone. Wrapped around by Seton Hall. Wedge with it. Gets hit hard by McInish, who gets tied up with the puck. It's in his skates. Evan comes over to help. Knocked around by O'Leary. Suker with it. Has Wanvig at the point. Suker able to keep it in the corner. Trying to kill off some more clock here. Suker with it. Gets it back up to Wanvig, who dumps it further. Down to Suker again. Suker across, looking for McInish. Just can't bury it. Evan there, spinning around with the puck. Goes to McInish. McInish with it, tries to play Suker. Suker back to Wanvig. Wanvig fires, it's blocked. Seton Hall with it, now taken away by Evan. Bronx have them pinned in right now. Padula fires that one into the glove of Utsis, who holds on after bobbling it slightly, but he's able to corral it with 14-14 left to go here in the third.
Now we've seen Brendan McKean, one of the newer freshmen on this team, getting some ice time. He was labeled as the extra skater for this Bronx team, and he has been doing some dividends on this third line with Evan and Suker. We're seeing some line combinations here, some line mixtures now as Lagamarcino looks to have been dropped down to the extra skater role. McKean has been brought back up, but back behind the offensive zone. Pape with a big hit there on a Pirate. It was Matty Romano who he just laid out.
Padula with it, wraps it around to McDermott. McDermott looking for Pape, able to get the stick and tip it into the zone, into the far side corner. Pape wraps it around. Tries to find Blazak, he gets hit along the boards. Puck sent back out of the zone to Padula. Delayed penalty on the play. Extra skater comes on at Schneider. Padula with it, lays it for Schneider. Now it's touched up by Seton Hall, and it's going to be an interference call on the Pirates. I have to see who's going to the bench here, or going to the box, I should say.
I think it might be
It's the number 37 of O'Rourke.
Brendan O'Rourke going to the box for an interference call. So another good opportunity on the Bronx here.
Bronx looking to put this thing away with another power play goal. Already have 2 in this game, scored 2 on that 5-minute major. Face off 1 back by McDermott.
Scored 3 on the 5-minute major, actually.
Thank you. That one gets deflected out of play and is going to go into the netting, so we'll set up and do it all again. Off the draw, McDermott wins it again. Coin. Down to Schneider, back to Coin. They play catch. Coin across to McDermott. Or excuse me, that's Blazak back up to Coin at the point. Coin fires loose in front. Papes there, can't jam it home, and now it's cleared. Gavorowski with it.
The Bronx have been having a lot of loose change opportunities right on the crease. Some have gone in, but most of them have not. Yutzis really having a bad time picking up on the rebounds. Schneider tried to have a great toe drag. Couldn't get it off, and Pape teeing up the shot, but just couldn't get it wide.
We've got another delayed penalty on the play. Pape got taken down right on that hit. It's probably going to be an interference call. Schneider fires that one, gets saved by Yutzis. Still delayed penalty on the play. Bronx have 6 on right now. 6 on 4. Zito with it, walks in, fires. That one gets saved by Yutzis. It's still loose. Blazak in the corner. Back up to Coin. 56 seconds left to go. That one over to McDermott. Can't get the shot off. And now it's tipped by Seton Hall. And it's going to be an interference call on Tyler Fearon, who's going to go to the box. So a 5-on-3 opportunity once again for the Bronx. 51 seconds of 5-on-3 chance here for Ryder.
They had one previously back in the first period when unable to capitalize on that, but the last power play they had, or the 5-minute power play that they had, which was 5-on-3 as well, I believe, was a little bit. They were able to capitalize a bit on that.
Kenna with it. Walking, firing that one off the stick of Yutzis. He's looking for his first.
He
has had a lot of
it.
good chances. Kenna with it across, was looking for McKinch. Bernert with it. Down to Kenna again. Had Marin all alone in front. Kenna with it over to Zito. Able to keep it in at the point. 25 seconds left to go, 5-on-3. Bernert with it. Flyers off the crossbar.
Again!
Bennert just barely missing there. Bennert again, walking in, looking to send it across. It's blocked, and it's gotten out by Seton Hall. Gavorowski coming way out to play it.
That's twice in this game. Bennert tried to go top shelf and hit the crossbar. Hey, 3rd time's a charm as Kenna will lose a tire there, but it's back to Zito.
1:05 left to go on the power play. Back to 5-on-4 here. Zito with it across to Marin. Marin to Kenna. Kenna across. Bennert opts to pull up, use his space, plays it across, tried to go to Kenna, taken away by Seton Hall, and dumped back into the Bronx zone for a clear. 45 seconds left to go on this man advantage for Ryder. Bennert with it. Opts to keep it. Uses a ton of space and opts to just dump in. Suker in the corner trying to go to work here down low. Tries to play back to Evan. Too far for him. Back the other way. 2-on-1 the other way. Seton Hall with it. They play it across. Broken up by Bennert. Seton Hall still with it in the zone. Bouncing puck knocked away by Bennert again. 12 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Bronx. Lago Marcino with it. Lays it off for Evan. Evan has McDermott on the other side. Was looking for the redirect, but couldn't find him. 2 seconds left on the power play, and it's cleared by Seton Hall. And that will do it for the 5-on-3 man advantage for the Bronx.
A great period of power play time for the Bronx. Great offensive zone pressure, sustaining that offensive zone pressure. And they were really able to get 3 shots on goal during that point. Lago Marcino trying to get it back in corral in possession, but is unable to do so. But great offensive zone pressure. That 5-on-3 looked a lot better than their first 5-on-3. So already things clicking together. These guys really coming. And now Padula is going to take a slashing minor. And this is where Seton Hall is going to have a good opportunity to come back within this game.
He got into it with Tyler Fearon and gave him a whack. So Bronx now to the penalty kill here with 9:44 left to go here in the third period.
You know, it's not a Rider game. We were joking about this at the practice/media day the other night, how it's not a Rider game without Justin Rauch and Nick Padula getting on the penalty sheet.
And they've both done it tonight.
Yes. So it's an official Rider hockey game as Coyne cross-checking a Pirate back there. And Dom Cercio had a breakaway opportunity, but they're going to call the play dead.
Coyne's going to go to the box here. So now a 5-on-3 opportunity for Seton Hall. A very long one as well, as Coyne is going to sit.
That was a dumb penalty by Eddie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, that was not a smart penalty by Coyne.
Especially 9:36 to go. And now Seton Hall is going to call a timeout here with 9:36 to go in the game. It's going to be 151 of a 5-on-3 with Padula's penalty. And Seton Hall, I don't believe they have a shot on goal in this period yet.
They do not. They do not have a shot on goal yet this period. So 151 of 5-on-3. Do we see one of the interesting play calls here from a coach's standpoint? Do you try and go 6-on-3? We've seen it done in the NHL before in desperation modes. I don't think it's going to happen, but we have seen it in the past.
It's way too early in the game. It's too early to do that.
Well, this is game number 1 of the season for them.
Right.
You could try anything.
But this has to do with D2 rankings.
That's true.
It is.
That's true.
If it was like maybe 4:36 to go and you were down by 2, then I would recommend trying it. But
There's 10 minutes left.
You've got half the period to go. You've got a 5-on-3 to work with, and you know these guys are exhausted. And plus, 2 of your biggest penalty killers are sitting in the box right now. So if you're Seton Hall, you're just sticking with the 5-on-3. You're not trying to, like, you're kind of at 19 right now, and you just need to, like, you don't need to hit it all, and you're trying to hit for 2 for 21. If you take the goalie out. So stick with 5-on-3, stick with what you've got. It's too early in the period to try and gamble.
I'm interested to see what Seton Hall tried to draw up in that timeout. Over to the other side, Seton Hall with it at the point. They walk in, looking to shoot. That one goes wide left. Careens all the way out of the zone. A lucky break for the Bronx there as Reed fired that one wide. You can hear the Bronx bench chirping. Not sure if the mics for us picked it up, but you can hear them loud and clear chirping Reed there as Seton Hall back in the zone now. At the point. Looking to shoot. That one's blocked by Schneider. That was Romano with the shot. Back up at the point again. Reed with it. Plays it cross ice. Finds Fearon. Goes back up to Romano. Romano fires. Givarowski jumps on top of the rebound for a whistle with 1:02 left to go in the 5-on-3.
Good save with a stick there by Givarowski. Still 1:11 to go in this 5-on-3. 1:02 to go in this power play in the 5-on-3. 1:02 to go in the 5-on-3. 1:11 to go in the penalty kill itself for the Bronx.
Yeoman with it. Gets it. Not out of the zone. Pape tried to do so, couldn't do it. Seton Hall with it, trying to get back set up here. Seton Hall across, that one tipped just over the bar. Almost a wide open net there for Seton Hall. Tipped into the netting. A golden opportunity there for the Pirates to get one back. That was tipped by Mascolo.
And he was looking towards the rafters on that one. He wanted that. He had a perfect grade A chance in front. Just couldn't quite get it in there. And we'll have a face-off to the left-hand side of Givarowski. It's won by Yeoman. He'll clear it across the 200 feet of ice.
That's a good clear there for the Bronx. Back the other way, Seton Hall come. Quickly across the blue line, trying to drive towards the net. Givarowski makes the save and a big clear by Blazak.
Yeah, the net was wide open there, and if any Seton Hall player was in the low slot, this would have been a 1-goal game. Great heads-up move by Blazak to just clear the puck out, get it the heck out of there.
Seton Hall once again across the blue line. Fearin with it. Pulls up at the hash marks. Looking to get set up. 8 seconds left of 5-on-3. Padula ready to come out. Across. Looking to shoot. Feed it right into the slot. It goes wide. Fearin again. That one bouncing around. Padula out of the box. Pape tried to clear. Great keep by Seton Hall in the zone. They walk in. Try to get it across. Back again. And it goes wide. And we're going to get another penalty here. I think Padula's going to go to the box again.
Padula's going right back to the hot seat, unfortunately. But the 5-on-3 was killed. Coyne was able to get back onto the ice, but Padula taking another dumb penalty there, unfortunately. But what a great keep there by Matty Romano, setting up that play for Seton Hall, and another wide open chance there. I couldn't tell if that was Volpe or Fearin that had a wide open net. Couldn't quite get the puck on their tape. And then behind the cage, it's Padula going back to the box.
I'm assuming that's probably a roughing penalty for Padula. We'll have to wait and see what the announcement is.
That might be a cross-checking penalty.
Either way, Suker with it. Bronx back to the penalty kill. Suker with Evan. Fire a shot in onto Utsis. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off here with 7:21 left to go here in the third. It's a checking from behind penalty for Padula.
That's a new one.
That's part of the new USA Hockey rules. If you haven't seen those rules yet, you can go online and look for it. Bennett fires that one over the bar. I think that was deflected by Suker as well, or one of the defensemen for Seton Hall, and it went over the bar. Him and Kenna have both been looking for one tonight. Bennett with it, fires it up ice back the other way. Evan was there, so was Suker, looking for the shorthanded opportunity. Coyne with it to Bennett, fires it all the way down and out so the Bronx can get the forward change. Lagomarsino and Kenna come on. 3 freshmen on the ice right now for the Bronx with the captain. Puck going all the way down to Givorowski. 1:08 to go here in the penalty to Padula, as that one's cleared by Bennett again. Bennett able to clear it. Another time, Kenna to go chase. Kenna does a good job to get to that puck. Still in the zone. Lagomarsino now to Bennett. Bennett to Coyne. Bronx just killing time here on this penalty kill. Launch that one all the way down onto Utsis. Lagomarsino with some pressure. Down to 30 seconds left to go here on the power play for Seton Hall. It's been almost all Bronx, as that one goes in onto Utsis again. He quickly plays it as Lagomarsino was there. Kenna tried to keep that puck in the zone. 2-on-2 back the other way. Coyne with a nice block. That one sent across. Looking to shoot. They do. Givorowski with a big save with the pillows. And the Bronx are able to clear it out of the zone.
That was O'Leary. I think that play might have gone off the cross or one of the bars. So O'Leary. So now the puck luck is going back the opposite way that it was in the first period for Seton Hall. They have no luck whatsoever. Only 4 shots in this period. Meanwhile, Ryder 5 shots away from the lucker number 35. So they have played an excellent heads-up second half of this game, Carollo.
And we're back to 5-on-5 now as there's a player down puck. Loose in front. That one goes wide. There's a Seton Hall player still ailing on the ice. No whistle. Now we finally get it.
It's Jason Cirillo again. Cirillo still down.
Trainer coming out now.
Somebody was yelling about a cross-check to the head, so he definitely got his bell rung.
I think that was the coach for Seton Hall, as the trainer's going to come over and look at him. Glad he can skate off under his own power. You never want to see anybody get hurt.
No, absolutely not. And hockey players, they're warriors. We all know this well. If you're watching a D2 hockey stream right now, hockey players are warriors. It doesn't matter what level they are. And it's great to see him get up after such a violent hit like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is good to see them be able to get up and continue and get up under their own power, get to the bench, and be okay. You never want to see anyone get hurt, as Marin throws a huge hit right along the Zamboni doors. That was a massive collision.
And now Romano going for retaliation on McKeach.
Bouncing puck. Padula grabbing it. And I think we're going to get a hand pass here on the Bronx. It looks like it is. So the face-off will stay, or actually it'll go into the Bronx end. 4:45 left to go here in this third period. Still 4-2. Shots 30-20 in favor of the Bronx.
And this is at the point of the game where you're going to see Utes, look more towards the bench, looking for the signal to come back out with under 5 minutes to go. Seton Hall still down by 2. Kuzumana will rim it around and out of the Bronx zone. McKeach looking for the opportunity. Waiting for reinforcements. He'll come back to Marin. Can't quite get it. Padula will knock it into the zone, but it's going to be called offsides, and he'll come back into the neutral zone.
That was just off.
Just a hair off. Nick's laughing about it. He understands.
Yeah. That was just offsides. Very close, but just barely offside. Evan Suker, Lago Marcino reunited. Seton Hall get by Yeoman. Into the near side corner, taken by Seton Hall again, looking to feed it in front. Bouncing puck at the side of the net. Up off the high glass and out of the zone. Back the other way. Lago Marcino in a foot race, trying to get there first. He does. A player goes down. That was the number 10 of O'Leary. Back the other way. Fearon with it. He opts to dump in. Kivarowski lays it to Bennert. Bennert up to Lago Marcino. Takes a funny bounce off the side of the bench as that one's dumped in by Lago Marcino. He's getting into it with somebody.
Mike Volpe, the captain.
As there's going to be a delayed penalty on the play. Lago Marcino is going to be called here as Yeoman touches up, and the Bronx are going to go back to the penalty kill here. Looks like it's going to be a roughing.
It's going to be a roughing minor on Lago Marcino, so he'll get his first career collegiate penalty minutes with the roughing minor. And now Seton Hall, this is where you would think you would try to have a 6-on-4 situation. Maybe if you get another penalty, then you go 6-on-3. But Seton Hall trying to get back into this game, down by a pair of lights with 3:41 to go. Ryder just trying to close this thing out.
And putting out all their big guns out on the ice. Schneider, Cercio, Padula, and Coyne. Bouncing puck nearly directed on goal. That one not cleared out of the zone. Now cleared by Schneider. Reed going back to collect the puck. Taking his time in his own end. Reed plays it across. Romano with it. Streaking into the zone. Romano trying to drive to the net. Coyne with the poke check. Seton Hall still with it, looking to send it right into the slot. No one was home. Reed fires. That one's blocked by Cercio. Big block there by Dominic Cercio. Reed still with it. Feeds it across. Fearon with it. Looking in front. Big block by Cercio again. That one careens in on goal. Loose puck bouncing around. Cercio with it. Not able to get it out. Coyne corrals it now. And he's able to get the clear. What a shift from Dom Cercio.
Oh, my. You go back to last year or even 2 years ago, Dom Cercio blocking shot after shot. I would have told you were crazy. But here he is back in his return to the lineup, his first game since I believe it was against Siena back in 2022. So it's been a long time coming for Dom Cercio to get back onto the ice. And he is here, and he is really being a great two-way forward. And he's been part of that top line that's been generating so many great chances for the Bronx in this one. And it's going to be a fun year to see what he does at that number 1 left wing position.
For sure, as Rauch is able to get that one out of the zone. Throws a cross check, and we're going to get another penalty here on the Bronx as Rauch gets called. So Rauch is now going to go to the box for a cross check. So theoretically, we could end this game with a penalty kill for Ryder if no goals are scored. The Bronx will end this thing out on the penalty kill.
It'll be like the last time we played a game here at Iceland where the game ended and Rauch's number is still on the penalty board. Ain't that the truth?
This is very true.
Well, it's actually, are they going to call they're going to call Kuzumano on that?
I think they put the wrong number up there actually, as it's Rauch's who's in the box. So 5-on-3 for 17 seconds, then 5-on-4. Will we see a repeat of last year? Net empty for Seton Hall. 6 attackers on 3 right now for the Bronx. Seton Hall with it, looking to walk in, fired. That one's loose at the side of the net, and it's cleared by the Bronx, going wide of the net. No icing on the play as it's a penalty kill for Ryder. Back the other way comes Seton Hall. Need 2 to tie this thing with 1:38 left to go. Evan, back to 5-on-4, 6-on-4 now. That one across. Fearon with it, trying to dance to the middle, plays the puck across. Reed there, has one of the goals. That one loose right at the side of the net. Couldn't get it towards the net there. That one bounces around and they score. Seton Hall gets one back on the power play, making it 4-3 with 1:20 left to go.
That was Matty Romana who sent it in there. It pinballed a little bit before it finally went into the back of the net.
We'll get a replay of that.
First, back from Fearon. It goes all the way over, and that was...
I'm not sure who that was.
That was Mike Volpe, who had a wide open chance, just didn't move right next to the goal line, but then it wouldn't matter as Romano would put it in. So 1:20 to go, 1:23 to go on, well, actually, they're going to clear.
It's 5-on-5 now, back to 5-on-5, or 5-on-5. Goalie still in the net for Seton Hall. Blazak with it, tries to put one towards the net, can't do so. McDermott calling for it in front. Pape is there, still with the puck. Pape trying to send it around to McDermott. Final minute to go here in the third. Blazak with it, up to Padula at the point. Padula walks in, fires. That one goes just wide. Look for Eustace to go to the bench. He does. Extra attacker on. Trying to go by Padula. Can't do so. Offside on the play where Seton Hall. So we'll have a face-off with 44 seconds left to go in the third period. I said it just before that goal. Seton Hall's already done this once to the Bronx, where they tied it with I think it was just under a second left to go on senior night last year. 44 seconds left. Face-off, one forward by Seton Hall, but cleared away by Cercio. Towards the empty net, it's going to go just wide, and we'll get an icing with 36.6 left.
And you backtrack a little bit. Two plays ago, the Bronx got a little bit lucky there as Pape got away with a clear tripping call. So the Bronx need a little bit of luck to get them out of this game so far. 36.6 to go in this one. Seton Hall trying to make us all stay here for a little bit of free hockey, ladies and gentlemen.
Off the face-off, won by Schneider. Coyne looking towards the empty net. Can't bury it, as it's going to be called for icing again. So we'll set up and do it again to the right of Givorowski.
And that's all you got to do, just drain clock. You drain a good 8 seconds off the clock right there. Just keep draining clock, keep winning face-offs. And Cole's doing that. 27 seconds to go, and it's going to go out of play.
So we'll set up and have another face-off here. 26 seconds left.
What a game this has been.
Yeah, this has been a very, very good game so far, as we're down to the final 26. Off the face-off, Schneider wins another one. Coyne trying to get there, can't do so. Cercio at the point, able to get it out of the zone. Not going to go towards the net. It'll be another icing with 17 seconds left.
They're going to wave it off.
They waved the icing off. I'm very surprised. It must have been tipped by a Seton Hall player. 11 seconds left. Puck sent around. Looking for options. Seton Hall with it. They fire it towards the net. Loose puck. Sticked aside by Kenna, and he's going to get the clear. 10 seconds left. Schneider gets hammered into the boards at the end, and that will do it. Bronx hold on and win 4-3 and win the home opener over Seton Hall.
Mike Volpe had zero puck luck in the last 2 minutes of this. A wide open chance, and he whiffed on it, and that would be the game-losing, or the game clincher for the Bronx, and they get their first win of the season. They're 1-0 in division play, 1-1 on the season, a 4-3 win over the Seton Hall Pirates. What a matchup.
What a game this has been. a 4-3 win. And right at the end, like you said, Volpe with no puck luck, but Kenna there to make the stop and knock the puck away from him because he was right on the doorstep. Kenna, the freshman, able to get that puck away, get it out of the zone to clinch the game. Bronx win 4-3.
This is going to be a fun season with seeing what these new freshmen can do. We saw a lot out of Kenna tonight. We saw a lot out of Berner tonight. Yeoman had a really good game in the defensive end.
Lago Marcino had a very good game, even though he didn't get one on the board. Still a very productive night for him. All the freshmen really looked really good, except for obviously the scratches because they didn't play. But all the freshmen who did play looked very, very good and comfortable. That's the big thing, is being comfortable with this team and having that chemistry with everybody. The Rider calls themselves the Brotherhood for a reason, and it showed tonight.
Exactly. No, like when a player goes down, you got to defend him, and then when your team is up, you got to celebrate, and you got to be there for one another. Like you said, this is the Brotherhood of ACHA hockey, and we saw it here tonight. But you mentioned that characteristic. You mentioned the chemistry. You mentioned all the chemistry that here tonight. That first game against Lehigh didn't look like these guys had skated before, and they hadn't. They had only been on the ice twice prior, like you mentioned. Tonight, completely different, completely changed, completely different looking team here, and it shows on the stat sheet. 4-3 your final.
And also want to give a big shout out to Givorowski in goal. Played very, very solid, especially in the third period. Despite the one goal right at the end, it bounces off Coyne's knee and into the back of the net. After those two goals, he shut the door down and did what he needed to do. And then the team in front of him did the exact same thing and did what they needed to do and got it done.
Exactly. You don't want your goaltender doing too much of the work, and it shows in the shot count. 22 shots on goal. A lot of those were blocked by Dom Cercio. A lot of them were blocked by Padula, Rauch. Blazak was blocking shots. A lot of physical play here tonight, both good and bad for the Bronx. But overall, what a home opener. And I believe that extends the home opener win streak to 4 or 5 for Rider.
I'm pretty sure it's at least 4. But either way, that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight. Your final score is 4-3. Rider beats Seton Hall. Shots 30-22 in favor of the Bronx. That's going to wrap it up for us. My name is Carl Pascal. He's Trey Wright. Have a good night, everybody.